Building up the accuracy back to the 99 level, but still just a bit behind the Philippines, giving them the lead. And JMed does finally break the double S.
But Pachaco misses the combo. He suffers a huge tank in the stream. And that is a brutal miss. And the Philippines were doing very well up until that massive break.
Oh, that was so unfortunate.
That is definitely unfortunate, but there's still a minute left in the song. And it's certainly time for Rizona to suffer a similar fate.
I think we're going to have to see something similar if we're going to want to see the Philippines take this break point.
Exactly. But the higher SV in this section might catch the Hard Rock players off guard. China doing a very good job right now. And now they just have to hold on to a very simple finish. And if they can, they will take the point. They're up by about 60,000 points.
Yeah, just a couple of small streams and onto the spinner, and that's it.
And that will be it.
China have gotten their own point here, picking them to a 4-2 lead.
China solidifying the breakpoint they had just a moment ago.
That was such a big note lock from Portugal. You can see it in the graph, even at this serve, small size. 28 misses.
Yeah, but I think even without the misses, Pachaco's accuracy would have not been enough.
The 100 is going to come in as part of the note lock, so it could have been a very different story.
Exactly. So apparently the stream did die while the map was taking place. I don't know if anyone saw it, so we'll just do a quick recap. Philippines was up on the accuracy for about half the song, and then Pachaco suffered a huge 20+ note miss. Playing with hidden, very streamy map like that, it's easy to lose yourself, and it took a while for Pachaco to get back.
And that just swapped the lead back over to China, and China just held on to it and never gave up.
Exactly. So, looking at what's left for the Philippines here, they have Nomon 2, which is anomaly on steroids, Hard Rock 1, which they're just about to move into, and other maps which we can check at a later time.
Hard Rock seems like a decent pick for the Philippines. JMed is very, very strong in Hard Rock, and Portugal is still pretty good on it. Portugal being kind of designated hidden Hard Rock player for 3 months in the earlier stages of the tournament. However, Blastix Riot is a very strong Hard Rock player for China, so we'll see who will also come in to fill out that second spot for China as well.
That'll be very exciting because China would love to take this breakpoint. They would love to give themselves 2 of the next 3 picks, heading into the last 3 maps of the match. And they would love to set a match point.
Yeah, getting themselves to a match point situation would just be, it'd be very comforting for them. And, you know, it's guaranteed that they have to play the tiebreaker. It just puts them in a very good position overall.
The Philippines would be in a very dire situation if they are to lose this pick. So, yeah, this is a very stressful situation. For those who do not know, this map has an OD of 6, 2 minutes in length, is at 240 BPM. I would say it's definitely more of a reading challenge more than anything.
Looks like China are kind of struggling to get their second player in, having network issues, so this could be a good sign for the Philippines.
Because everybody knows you win a 2v1. Well, unless both players failed, but we don't talk about that.
You know, catastrophic things can happen, so.
Yeah. And Poeji has defected over to the Philippines, as he is in the wrong slot. And Pachaco has moved to... Oh, there we go. Almost had a player swap within the teams. But it looks like Taku Rin will be showing up. I believe this is the first time he will be playing in this match.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in this specific match so far, so that's pretty exciting.
Good stuff. We're going to see how he will handle Hard Rock. It's going to be good fun. Casual reminder that if you have not yet bought the Yoshi Taiko banners, you should definitely consider them.
Oh yeah, of course. For only $2.50 USD, you can choose a banner from the Osu store on the website. You can choose from any of the 16 countries that have made it through this far in the tournament, and it gets to be nicely displayed on your profile, showing your support for your favorite team. And if you choose the winning team to have as your banner, you get to keep the banner for longer.
Exactly, for a full year. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nearly a full year.
Yeah, the proceeds of that go towards the funding of the tournament and all that. So if you want to help out that way, yeah, do that. It'd be very appreciated. Alright, so we just saw a three-way miss there at the very beginning, and all the players have now missed. Everyone really struggling with this map, even the hard rock players.
A lot of misses occurring, but Takarin suffering the most and is helping to give Philippines the lead.
The score's still looking pretty all over the place, though. If J-Ma or Blastix missed, it could potentially turn the tide, and we do see the miss from J-Ma, but the score's not moving too much.
Exactly. But J-Man will pick up a miss and will give some hope for China. And that hope has died with double combo breaks from both Blast Riots and Otaku. And Philippines set to win by a major blowout, as Otaku is struggling to pass this map.
Actually, Portugal fails this. Blastix Riots is ahead of J-Ma.
Oh, that would be a little bit exciting.
But it looks like
I don't think that's going to happen.
Within passing range.
Yep. So Philippines will win. Because like I said before, if it's a 2 versus 1, you will win. That was a good 3-minute punchline. And just like that, Philippines defends their pick.
There we are. Yeah, you were right.
So, now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. We're only down to the last few maps.
Yeah, pretty difficult map that was for all of the players. Everyone's struggling on it. But I guess that it kind of shows, gives a bit of a flavor of what we can kind of expect to see in the higher stages of this tournament.
Exactly. China will be next to pick. They're unlikely to go with Hard Rock after seeing a fail take place.
Yeah, especially as that Hard Rock 2 is traditionally the harder one as well. I don't think this one, in this circumstance, is harder because of BPM, but it's a Flesh God Apocalypse song, so you know it has a lot of strings in it.
Yeah, and the Philippines did pick Double Time 2 before, and I believe they won on it fairly easily. So, are we running out of maps for China? We're going to see. They are going with No Mod 2.
Yeah, the team's overall really liking the Nomads, and we actually have none left. We started off with 5, 1 got banned, and the other 4 have now been picked.
Exactly. And now 8284 TM will be played, which honestly sounds like a Pokemon ability.
Probably.
Like TM, you know, there's like TM abilities that you can use to like take shortcuts on the map. That's what it sounds like, but if only the song was that easy.
Well, welcome to Gen 32. We now have 8,284 TMs in the game.
You can only use TMs to attack other Pokemon now. Good times. Anyways, this map, it has an OD of 7. It's about 3 minutes in length. Very tricky timing signatures and snapping changes. Certainly we'll be testing the composure and the muscle control of these players on a scale that Anomaly would dream to have tested back in group stage 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and even Anomaly was it was really common to see lots of chokes on that, quite a few misses overall. So yeah, really stepping that up. It'll be interesting to see how the players this week fare with this.
Yeah. Especially when we get to the doublets, that's going to be fun. But here we go.
Awesome.
And Pachako slips at the very start. Not loving the burst in this song. But China not really getting that much of an accuracy lead. But Pachaco's underperformance is helping China get an early lead.
Yeah, Blastic's holding full combo along with over 99 accuracy so far.
And J-Met holding very solid with a full combo of 98.5%. But there's a big burst coming up, and Pachaco and Blastic Fry get caught off guard. But so is Poegi, and J-Met's consistency is actually holding the Philippines together for now.
No one dropping burst. Yeah, no one dropping those brutal doubles either.
But Poegi is picking up a lot of 100s, and it's actually giving the lead back to the Philippines.
Poshko does pick up another miss though, putting the lead a bit more comfortably over to China's side. And a double miss from the Philippines on that streak.
Oh no. Oh no, then the break's coming up too, so they're gonna see what's going on, I think. I think there's a break here.
They can see the scores from each other.
That's gonna be scary. Well, even though the Philippines is down to a double combo break, they're not totally out of it just yet. There's still tricky patterns to go.
Yeah, there's still about another third of the map left to go, and the scores are still fairly close.
Although they're not getting any closer, as Pachaco picks up another miss. But things are looking increasingly dire for the Philippines now, as they get to the last 30 seconds of the song. And they're down over 50,000 points. And this isn't the most technically challenging finish. If China can keep their composure together, they should get the point.
Might have to see kind of a double drop coming from China if we're going to want to see the Philippines take the point, but there might not even be enough time at this point.
There's not enough time. And it will be 5-3 as J-Med misses, solidifies it. And now Philippines down 3-5.
Yeah, this puts China in a very strong position, being at match point now. They're only needing one more point to win, and it is guaranteed that if the Philippines are going to want to win this, tiebreaker must be played.
But they have a long way to get there first.
Yeah, they're going to have to win the next two maps in a row. Their own pick just coming up, and then China's pick afterwards.
The good news for the Philippines here is that they won on Hard Rock 1 by a fairly convincing margin. So Hard Rock 2 seems to be safe. I say seems to be. And they also did, I think they did well in double time too.
Yes, yeah.
So,
although the thing is, double time 1 I believe is a bit slower. Not your traditional really kind of speedy double time. And we have just seen the Philippines struggle quite a bit more compared to China on a bit more technical and finger control surf stuff. So maybe double time 1 isn't the road to go. So they do decide to go with Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, I would say that this is a fairly safe call. Going with Hard Rock 2. So Hard Rock 2 will be the next pick. Now this is a very daunting 4.5-minute map. And we will see that in a moment. When Hard Rock 2 is brought up eventually. Because it will be there in just a moment. There it is. So, for those who don't know Hard Rock 2, it's pretty in line with the other Hard Rock 2s that we've seen. Fairly consistent, increasingly now streamy as we've been progressing in the past few weeks. But it's also 4.5 minutes in length. And top it off with Flash God Apocalypse, which has a very interesting track record. If you look back at previous World Cups, I think was the full Flash God Apocalypse map song. I think it was.
I think so.
Yeah, and that was another Hard Rock pick, which made a lot of people struggle.
Yeah, even though these maps are considered to be fairly difficult, to my knowledge, they're not necessarily avoided either. They're not, you know, a fan favorite that's picked every match, but they're also not a target of bans or even avoidance.
It is the demon that everybody accepts in their preparation.
That's a good way to put it.
Literally, I mean, it's Flash God Apocalypse. I mean, look at that background. That is a very scary background. Anyways, here we go. No desyncs this time. As we get on the way. And here we go, the first of many streams. So far, all 4 players doing well in the start here. as Pachaco is holding a very high bar to start, being the only player above 99%.
Yeah, the scores are incredibly close, flicking between each team so far.
But who will be the first one to break? It will be Poeji in a perfectly timed script moment, as the Philippines pick up a very early lead, which has just gotten a lot bigger as Blastic Rise and Poeji both miss.
Oh yeah, and just for everyone watching along with this match, yes, this could be potentially the last map of this match. Give all your support to the team that you want to see win this.
And if you're back in the Philippines, you are a happy person right now in the first minute, as they are ahead by about 30,000 points. I mean, it's too early to talk about players failing, but Poeji's health is a bit of an early concern.
Yeah, but with quite a lot of the map left to go, hopefully they should be okay.
I hope so too. I mean, Pachaco and J-Man still have not broken 1300 notes in, although they are getting increasingly shaky.
Yeah, the accuracy slowly dropping down over time.
Yeah. And it's only going to get lower as players still try and find a sense of flow in the map. But if they stay where they are, they will be just fine. Poeji continues to struggle. He's about to drop out of 94%. He's fighting to stay in there though. But these triplets are certainly going to be breaking down these players. Especially if you're rolling.
Yeah, despite being a pattern that's, you know, very common in very early kind of maps in Taiko, around 3 stars, just having them together like that for so long is really stamina draining.
And especially after you've been playing for nearly 2.5 minutes with OD10 or 9.8, it is very demoralizing. But J-Man will miss. Pachaco's the only person left. He's getting a combo of 2300 and it is rising. And now, we're moving to the last maybe 30 seconds of the song. All players look like they will pass.
Pachaco's still holding the full combo by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job for the Philippines right now. Classic Ride's also following up with very good accuracy himself, but that one miss is still putting him... That second miss will be putting him behind.
Curses never cease to amaze me.
Yep. Alright, I'm wearing the wrong shirt for this. But, yeah, it looks like Philippines will be taking the point. And Pachaco will finish with a full combo. That is absolutely insane. Absolutely unfazed by the concentration required. Picking up 78 100s, but on an OD10 map like that, that is still going to get you over 1 million points easy.
Yeah, J-Man with only 2 misses as well, but finding 230 100s, bringing the accuracy down a lot.
Yeah. Who needs accuracy when you got good combo?
Yeah, exactly.
And now China has to stop the tiebreaker. They're up the breakpoint, they get the final pick. They have 3 choices, of which they're going to call a tactical timeout. Oh my god, this is the first time I think the tactical timeout has been used. So, looks like China will have 4 minutes to make this pick.
If I believe correctly, we were roughly in this situation last week in the Singapore versus Germany match, and we didn't see our first tactical timeout until right now, actually.
Yeah, so for those who are not aware with how a tactical timeout works, it just gives an extra 2 minutes to decide on a pick. Given that this is 5-4 and China has a big decision to make, it's fairly appropriate for a tactical timeout to be called. Dolan would be very excited to be here if he was here. I know he was a huge fan of the tactical timeout ideal.
Looking at China's options, there really isn't too many left on the board as we've exhausted almost on every kind of type of map. They have decided to go for free mod 2, but that double time 1 was still open along with free mod 3.
So, they're going with the Jiandula? Dujo? I can't pronounce the song. I know I'm butchering it.
Yeah, I don't have much of a clue either. Get Yan, Duja, Duya, I don't know.
I want to make a joke, but I can't think of one. I'll save it for another day. In the meanwhile, this is 3 minutes, the OD of 6.3. China is picking this, and the Philippines must break here if they have any chance of winning, and staying alive in the tournament too. So, yeah, this is a very tense situation.
Yeah, the mod combinations on this are going to be incredibly important as well. Because we could potentially see one team really going for it and having the mod advantage, which gives them the opportunity to gain a higher maximum score than another team, but it does put them at the disadvantage of making the map harder overall.
Yeah, and here we go. Pachako going with no mod, JMeg going with hard rock, and Plastic Riots will also go with hard rock, and Michael go with no mod. So this is a 1 mod versus 1 mod battle. Let's go. I would be louder, but this is it's currently midnight.
Alright, everyone, get your hypes going. Tiebreaker hype is a possibility, and just continue to support these teams as best as you can.
Was that a client break? I suspect that was a client break. Yep, that was a client break. So all is still good in the world. Philippines keeping up with China for now. So, right now, right off the bat, all 4 players are neck and neck with each other where they need to be. Pachako carrying in the no mod battle against Michaelon, but Plastic Riot's doing a fair number on JMed. But nobody missing yet.
Yeah, it's just so close so far.
It's absolutely intense. China getting the upper hand for now. But when a miss does come in, it will make things quite dangerous.
Yeah, the SV on these streams making it look fairly difficult to read actually, and having nerves on top of it is not going to make this map easy at all.
Exactly, but so far China is slightly in the lead. They're up ahead by about 25,000 points. But Philippines
we are only halfway through though.
Yeah, there's still another minute and a half to go. Unfortunately, Philippines is losing on the accuracy battle. I believe J-May is underperforming against Plastic Rides, and Pachaco has missed. That is huge for the Philippines. That is not what they needed. But this is a really fast section. J-May can still hold it together. If Plastic Rides underperforms in the faster sections.
Plastic Rides just not giving up though, maintaining a really strong accuracy of around 99%.
And he's doing very well. But we're down to the last 30 seconds, and Plastic Rides has missed, and he has missed big. Close the distance a little, but they're gonna need more than that. If Michaelon misses, that would be huge.
We're just so close to the end of the map though, it doesn't look like there's going to be enough time left.
Never underestimate the odds. But it looks like Michaelon.
Oh.
I almost called it. Oh my god.
If only there was just another 3-5 seconds of the map, that could have been it.
Wow. Okay. That was extremely close. Oh my god. And, yeah, there we go.
So
China has barely survived in that battle. GG to the players.
Yeah.
Absolutely well played.
The pick'ems overall were actually wrong, with only 49.3% for China.
Don't remind me. Oh, I went for Philippines.
Oh, I forgot to do my pick'ems.
Womp womp. Well, congratulations to China. We'll wrap things up really quickly here because Malaysia and Germany are playing against each other right now, so we'll have a caster swap, I think, because I'm heading to bed.
Yeah, I should still be sticking around for a little while.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy the match, outside of the minor synchronization issues and other stuff. Hope you all enjoyed it. It was a good battle, and hope to see exciting stuff overnight. Until then, I am at Beach43210. I'll be signing off for the night. Teaser will be back in a few minutes. So, until then, thank you all for watching.
Thank you for joining. See you later.
See ya.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome back. Jumping straight into this match between Malaysia and Germany, again in the losers bracket, so the one that does lose will be out of the tournament. Sadly, because both of these are really strong teams so far. It does look like Malaysia is up 1 point on Germany so far, and winning this one so far. Although the score is slowly moving back over to Germany's side.
And with Beat leaving the caster booth, I'm here to join to take over.
Oh yeah, sorry for just briefly not introducing you there.
It's okay. Yeah, that was one match we just saw between Philippines.
Yeah, it was really exciting and
China.
pretty much just as close as everyone expected it to be. But yeah, it was good fun.
Germany just took that back right from at the very end, actually. That was really cool.
Yeah, those misses coming in from Malaysia were what sealed the fate of that map. You with a full combo with only 7 100s as well.
You know, okay, I'm just gonna dive right in, but everyone was saying how this map was so much easier than Parasite, and yet so far we've only seen 2 FCs on this out of the 8 players who played it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think what could potentially be contributing to that is, I think maybe because, it is easier, people have been practicing it less.
That is true.
You need to ask the players about that, of course, but, that's the one that makes most sense to me.
Yeah, so just a bit of a recap from what happened last week. So Germany played Singapore last week in the round of 16, having narrowly lost out on tiebreaker, while Malaysia played against Brazil, and Brazil was very dominant in that match, winning 6-1. But I think Malaysia and Germany, both teams are sort of crowd favorites, I would say. People are expecting big things from them. So it's really surprising, as you said earlier, to see them so early in the losers bracket and beating each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe this is Malaysia's kind of first time out of groups in something like 2017 or something. Or maybe...
Yeah, they made it out of groups in 2017. In fact, they were the only low-seeded team to make it out of groups in 2017. It was quite a spectacle.
And Germany, with an incredibly strong team this year, have actually been one of the sort of fan favourites to potentially be taking that top 3 spot.
Yeah, looks like Malaysia's gonna go for no mod 1 here, which is the sort of streamy consistency pick.
Yeah, I can't remember how this map went in the last match actually, even though I was present for it.
I believe Philippines won that one.
Yeah, I think so.
It was the first map they played, and it was Philippines' pick, and I think their accuracy was better overall, so they won. I think it was 1 FC to 1 FC.
Alright, so maybe a bit more of an accuracy battle for this one then.
I know it's easy to pick up misses. The song isn't entirely easy. It's got mixed snaps, it's got 1/3, 1/4. It's got a bit of everything. Taking a look at the pick'ems, in terms of predictions, it's looking like Germany is the team, at least, that is favored to win, but it's not by much. It's only about 60 to 40%. So looks like we're in for a fairly close match, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Both these teams have probably been preparing a ton for this week, as it's just so important for both of them.
Well, neither team wants to get sent home.
Yeah, that would be a pretty boring way to kind of get out. Just, you know, all this hype for both of these teams. And
Zap, what are you doing?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's an interesting trade there.
Miss is coming in everywhere.
Dude, Minakuchi, though, his accuracy tanking, which is why Germany doesn't have that big of a lead.
Yeah, Martin being the only one to not hold a full combo. No, that's a lie as well.
I think Malaysia might claw this back because they have the combo advantage.
Yeah, the score's trying to budge, but Germany's just not wanting to let it go just yet.
Oh, and just like that, Malaysia's gonna take the lead.
It's just too early to call anything with all of these streams still.
Got the 1/3 section. Is anyone gonna miss? Zeltic's gonna pick. Oh no! What is that score difference? What is that score difference? That's like 600 points! Oh my god. That
That's
act drop, I
insane.
think it was from Zeltic at the very end. That's like 1/100. That's 1/100 of difference. That's crazy. And just like that, Germany's just gonna steal that point, break point, right at the very last second.
It's not often you see such a close score like that, especially when it comes down just the final notes at the end. And I think that map alone really shows how kind of evenly matched both of these teams are.
It's hard to know what Germany's gonna go for now. They do have a bit of an advantage right now, but they can't be too relaxed here. See, traditionally, Germany is a very strong hidden team. Modded team with strengths in hidden and hard rock and free mod, but we've seen both teams banning out free mod. And
Also, we have, yeah.
Malaysia's no slouch in the mod department either. Yeah, Germany going for Hidden 1 XLO by Sasakura UK.
Yeah, so this is the first time we're going to be seeing this map, as it was banned by the Philippines, I believe, in the previous match, rather.
Yeah, Hidden just isn't for everyone. It's different to the other mods, where if you can't do it, you just can't do it.
Yeah, at least with Hard Rock and Double Time, you can just kind of continue to sort of read it roughly the same. Definitely, it's still, of course, harder, but Hidden's just that one special one. Likes to be different, and
yeah, Hard Rock and Double Time is like treading water. Hidden is like having a brick tied to your legs.
It is one of those ones, though, like, once you learn to do it, you're pretty good for most kind of Hidden, apart from very slow, but yeah.
Celtic with that ghost tapping. Well, it seems to work out. I mean, both players holding on to the SS so far.
Yeah, we also see 6 Gicha also with the crazy ghost tapping.
I've been told it's pronounced Mugicha. I don't actually, I'm not actually sure why it is. Might be
maybe
some other character, but I've been told it's pronounced Mugicha.
Mugicha, okay, I'll keep that in mind.
But Zeltic finding a miss, followed by another. Zach dropping into the 95%. Things aren't looking too good for Malaysia right now. Germany showing no signs of weakness here, holding on to the double FC.
Yeah, just such strong hidden players. Probably finding this not too difficult to map overall.
Yeah, Malaysia's gonna have to see a miss or two right now because they're really far behind. Almost a million, not a million, 100,000 score.
Yeah, Mugicha still actually holding up to Germany as well, having the highest score in the lobby. Zeltic rival just really struggling with it though.
Yeah, he was hitting very early on some parts, which is a classic hidden problem. But yeah, only 4 miss. That's not too bad at all.
Yeah, it's definitely still a commendable effort.
All right, all Germany's got to do is just carry on winning on their own picks, and then they win the match.
If only it was as easy as it was said, you know.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think Malaysia's done yet. They're gonna keep on fighting, especially on Germany's own picks.
And yeah, Malaysia has historically made some surprise comebacks over the years.
And they decide to go for no mod 3.
Yeah, that's Milk Crown on Senetica. More speed consistency, I suppose. I mean, Malaysia did win on DT, which was the speed map, so maybe they're hoping to, see a repeat performance here. And I think overall, Malaysia has seen better accuracy on non-hidden maps.
Yeah, I think so, actually. Although we are seeing FRZ come out for Germany, a very well-known speed player.
All right, we're diving right in. Can expect to see any misses on this. It is a 3.5 minute long map.
Yeah, all the way up at 6.7 stars as well.
Yeah, the first half of the map isn't too bad, but the second half really ramps up in density.
And of course, as usual, we have the player's nerves on top of it as well. I would like to say that the score is in favor of Malaysia so far, but
It's just 1/100. Yeah, it's just 1/100.
Yeah.
We're gonna see more. Some of the streams in the second half are quite tricky, and I expect to see misses. Oh, and we do see our first casualty, Minakuchi picking up a miss on one of the PI passage. But
Yeah,
both Malaysian players holding very strong with the double SS.
EverZ really not that far behind with only 1/100 by the looks of it as well.
Yeah, but Minakuchi missed 400 combo in, which means that that's maximum penalty, if you will.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst time to miss pretty much, especially during the Ki, because...
No, it's no difference. Kia makes no difference. Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't make difference.
Silly score v2, being confusing as always.
Yeah, halfway through, things are looking pretty good. Both Malaysian players still holding... Oh, never mind. Zaf finding a few act drops, but Minakuchi is going to trade with another miss of his own.
Yeah, with only 1/3 of the map left to go, as long as Malaysia holds, then this is pretty securely their point. And Jerry does finally drop a double S, and I think that was the first note of the Ki.
Yeah, I think it's looking really good for Malaysia here. This was definitely a solid pick for them. Just outperforming the Germans on both accuracy and combo. Really makes you think why they didn't go for this first.
Perhaps it just like weren't as confident on it overall, and you know, sometimes you can pick a map and be like, oh, I'm not too sure about this one, but then it actually works out really well, so could just be kind of one of those situations.
That's two identical scores on the Malaysian side, both 2 100s, and you know, the exact same score. First, not too far behind with 3 100s, but Minakuchi having picked up quite a few misses throughout the map.
Not too much to worry for Germany, though, as that wasn't their own pick, and we are going to be going back to them. All they need to do is keep winning their own picks, and they can take this home.
Well, they did win Hidden earlier, so maybe they'll pick Hidden again. I mean, you know, it worked once, it might work again. Plus, it's mapped by Zutera, so that's like the German buff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's a home field advantage. And they've also got a Dark Vortex as well. That's also another German player. They can pick that as well. For Malaysia.
I think this means you're just going to have to get some Jerry VTuber maps in the next pool. And that'll give Malaysia the maximum kind of advantage.
Well, that remains to be seen whether or not Malaysia is going to make it out of this match.
Will that be Malaysia's kind of, what do you call it? Like motivation to get through the stage? It's not staying in the tournament, it's getting a VTuber.
Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, right? There's more, there's more stuff. You gotta stay in to get to the good stuff. Yeah, but looks like Germany's gonna really take things up a notch and go for HR1 Platina.
We saw this map in China versus the Philippines, and every single player found so many misses everywhere.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. When I sent the replay for this one, I actually was kind of dizzy from reading it. It was honestly wanted, without sounding rude, like I really don't like playing high SVHR, but I almost wanted to throw up at the end of it because I was so dizzy. It's hard. It's hard work. Playing high SVHR is hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill that takes a lot of time to build up. You need to be really dedicated to it.
Well, we know Jerry's really good at HR, but I really don't know about the others. I've seen Jerry do some insane HR scores.
So far, Jerry actually being the one to struggle the most on this map, dropping a lot of accuracy, but I speak too soon as FRZ and Celtic Rival find misses.
Mew holding on to really solid accuracy, only 100. Yeah, 240 HR is sort of on that boundary where, you know, it's like just about accessible for non-HR specialists, but anything beyond that and it just gets too difficult, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like things have stabilized a bit. Germany are holding on to a solid lead of about 30,000 points. Jerry finding another miss on the 1/3. That's not going to help the situation at all.
Yeah, that's putting Germany into an even stronger lead, and that miss from Celtic Rival.
Ooh, but Mew's going to trade over. Yeah, I think Germany's built themselves quite a bit of a comfortable cushion here. Unless something catastrophic happens, they're going to take this one home as well.
And there we have it, barely just starting over the 2 million points.
Jerry with the highest score in the room, with only one miss. But yeah, Celtic finding just a few too many misses throughout the entire map. Germany's only 2 points away from victory, but it is Malaysia's pick right now, so... Have we seen Zay today at all?
I don't think we have, unless...
I would have expected Zay to play this, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Well, we did miss the first point of this match.
Zay is not here. I don't think he's here. Yeah, he didn't play DT. He didn't play... Zay's not here. Ooh, this changes things, I think.
Yeah, Malaysia, if they've noticed that themselves, they could try their best to take advantage of that.
Ooh, probably shouldn't have said that on stream then.
Oh.
Well, who watches the match while they're playing it in the match? Who watches the stream while they're playing in the match anyway?
I think I've seen at least like 2 members from each team in the chat.
You know what's really funny? I remember playing in 2017 and I accidentally left the stream on while I was playing, so the music was playing twice.
Oh,
but then,
no.
like, it was offset by like 5 seconds, so it was really confusing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play under those conditions. I just have the rule of just never turn on the stream for the whole match. I just turn off everything but the game. Just makes things a lot easier. And there we go. We see Jerry in the chat saying that they watch it as the match goes on.
When the Teasel?
I don't know. When?
When indeed.
When?
Yeah, but this is Grin. Arguably, people have been saying that this is one of the hardest maps in the pool. It's sort of harder than expected, I think, with the complicated 1/6 bursts being quite challenging.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun-looking map overall. Having double time kind of style accuracy OD on it though is that's not the fun part.
When? Ah, right now.
The when has arrived.
Oh my god. They're actually playing the 5 flats. That's quite funny. I guess it maintains their accuracy. Yeah, but right out of the gate, we see Minakuchi struggling a bit with accuracy. Hovering at about the 95-96 range and finding a miss as well. That's going to secure Malaysia with a slightly early lead. Mew missing as well. That's a miss on each side for Germany. Lukic going to find a miss of his own.
Zeth as well.
Everyone's missed so far. No one's holding on to FCs. Aw, that weird 1/6 catching Zeth off guard. Germany's going to bring the lead slowly back. They're going to claw it. This one's going to come down to the wire, I think.
Yeah, I can already tell.
Yeah, Malaysia's got the advantage in terms of accuracy, but Germany's missed fewer times. Oh, Mew's going to find a huge no-lock on the end of that complicated stream, but Zeph's going to trade back. But I think Malaysia came out of that less scathed.
Yeah, by the looks of it. So many misses everywhere. Another double miss coming from Germany, and Mugicha also picking up a few. But now that we're at the end of the map on the final spinner, this is Malaysia's point.
Look at how similar scores that Zeth and Minakuchi had.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's almost identical actually, despite entirely different 100 and miscounts.
I think if you put this map in old SR, it goes to something like 8 stars or something, or close to it.
That's no surprise whatsoever. So that's the good thing with the SR rework. You can put in lots of like 1/6 heavy and really technical stuff into the pool that would normally originally have been 8 stars, and no one will complain about it because the star rating's normal.
Yeah, you can get away with a lot more, I think. Alright, Germany's got to pick really carefully here. Not a lot of maps to choose from. I think we're seeing a similar situation with Philippines and China, like earlier. It was 3-4 Scoreline was 3-4 as well. And
Yeah, it was just that China got that one break point and carried it on from there.
looks like Germany's gonna go for HR2 Pathfinder. Jerry is low. Oh, and the lead is
no.
gonna flip back. Germany's just gotta hold on till the very end. There's only about 10 seconds left of the map. And Germany's gonna take it right at the very end. Oh wait, I forgot how long this map is. But oh my god, Jerry and Zeltic just slipping up at the very end. We've seen it happen before. But yeah, both German players holding strong until the very end, staying at their tail for almost the entire map and waiting for that opportunity just at the very end, just to snatch it right back in the last 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, really, really unfortunate for Malaysia. That would have been such an important breakpoint for them in this match, bringing them back to a 4-4 standing. But now Germany has reached match point. Going back to Malaysia's pick, though, they're going to have to win the next 2 maps in a row to go to tiebreaker.
Oh, looks like Malaysia's gonna dip into their tactical timeout.
Yeah, with no matter what happens, this is Malaysia's last pick of this match, so they really need to make it count. Do you have any ideas of what Malaysia could maybe be going for here?
I think they're gonna, on the safer side, I think they should stick with no mod. Just to be on the safer side, I think.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
probably either no mod 2 or no mod 4 should be fine, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've almost burned through all of the mods now, with only Hidden 2 and Free Mod 1 left available. Doesn't look like either team is gonna want to go for free mod, though, as they both banned one of them. And with Germany's really strong performance on Hidden 1, it's not looking like a very good pick for them.
We've seen in the previous match how no mod 2 and no mod 4 can go. Both maps very chaotic with multiple snaps, very tech-like in nature. Lots of finger control, accuracy-oriented maps. So I think Malaysia should definitely go for those because they do have, in my opinion, better accuracy as a team.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a very wise choice there. And they have decided to go with no mod 2.
How do you think the artist is pronounced? How would you pronounce the artist name?
Oh man. So those are not letter combinations that should go together.
It's what you might say if you miss on a map.
So we can leave that open to interpretation then. See, I have ideas of how I'd want to say each 2-letter combination, but they just don't go together very well.
It's like a tongue twister.
Yeah.
I was actually joking about this in a voice call with a couple friends about why this map isn't 8,284 BPM.
Oh,
Like, you know how some songs have numbers and the number is the BPM, like something 250 or something, and then it's 250 BPM.
I think we're just gonna have to sell for 175.
House of
Yeah, and with this being potentially the last map of this match, make sure that you give all your support to the team that you want to see take this victory.
Yeah, it looks like Germany is going to get the early ACK lead. But we've seen players completely fall apart in one of the later sections of the map. So I'm eager to see what's going to happen.
That miss from you is going to be really big for Malaysia.
Alright, and looks like Malaysia's gonna steal the lead there.
Celtic rival missing immediately as you say that, though, passing the lead back over to Germany rather.
Things aren't looking too hot for Malaysia. Germany's got 35,000 points and a combo advantage. They're going to need some kind of miracle performance to pull this back.
Yeah,
both players act to see disadvantage as well.
Yeah, it's not looking good, and in that break they were able to see the score differences, so yeah, really not ideal at all for Malaysia. Zeth picking up a miss as well.
Oh, Minakuchi's gonna find a miss, but they're gonna need a bit more than that, I think.
I think we're gonna have to see a decent tank coming from you, because that accuracy is just so far ahead of everyone else. Yeah, and with nothing crazy happening in the end of this map, it does look like Germany will be taking this. And that final miss from Zaltic rival and Zeth really securing that point for Germany. And there we have it. Germany taking their 6th point and the match.
Yeah, looks like we'll be saying goodbye to Malaysia here.
Yeah, it's really sad to see them go so soon.
They had a pretty rough run. They faced off against Brazil in the previous stage, and now Germany. Both historically very strong teams. So there's a bit of an unfortunate path. But they performed very well.
Yeah, they certainly have, and can't forget that they even had to face Japan in the group stage. So just very, very tough teams they've had to face all round. But despite that, they have shown very strong performances and clearly not giving up early on. But a massive congratulations to Germany for getting through that match and continuing on through the losers bracket.
All right, I think we've got another match lined up after this. I believe it is Brazil, Singapore?
Yes, it is.
Yes, taking place 2 minutes from now, so might as well be now. That's an exciting one for sure, and I'm not entirely sure, but I think I'm dipping out for this one.
I think so, unless whoever's coming in doesn't show up, and you can stick around if you'd like. I'm not even 100% sure who's going to be joining in.
Vaf, it's Vaf. Vaf
All
is
right,
going to come in a few moments.
Cool, no problem.
Welcome. Welcome, Vaf. Appears to be having some microphone issues. Oh, I think we can hear a bit of life from him.
Really interesting.
Oh, there he is. How are you doing, my friend?
How's it going? All good, all good. What a match we had recently. Malaysia, Germany. Almost tiebreaker, you could say. But now Singapore, Brazil.
Yeah, how are you feeling, Vaf?
Better, much better, but
That's good
Yeah.
to hear. I heard you got tested positive.
yeah, I was
A few days ago.
I was not happy. I lost like round of 16 as well. So, but yeah, in the end, all went good. So we're now here, back for the Taiko World Cup, and the quarterfinal matchups are so interesting.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. Anyway, I will take my leave for now and enjoy the rest of the matches.
Thanks for casting, Mango.
Bye now.
We changed into Brazil versus Singapore. I'm joined by Diesel. How's it going, man? I'm not sure if he's here at the moment, though. But to everyone who's not into this teams, Brazil and Singapore, two really, really tough teams. Singapore already having their best run ever in Taiko World Cup, having being eliminated in the not winning a single match in bracket 2 years in a row, 2020 and 2019, and now having their best run, winning in the tiebreaker against Germany last week. It's looking so good for them. And as Tisa comes back, Brazil as well. This year, they look so strong. Definitely a contender for top 3. But Singapore won't give it easy, as we see the bans already coming in, being Free Mod 1 and VT2. Free Mod 1, the only not anti-mod, you could say, from the pool, because Free Mod 2 and Free Mod 3 are both a bit anti-modish. Free Mod 3 being a bit longer, but Free Mod 1 being the OD7, 207 ppm. A bit easier in hidden maybe, but really depends on the player. Singapore, I was gonna say earlier. Hi Teasel, you're back.
Hello, I'm here. I'm back.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Are you excited to cast your first
I'm
match?
exciting. I'm
PWC this year?
exciting.
Awesome.
I'm excited. Also,
Yeah, just looking at the other band, Double Time 2, very focused on speed. We have been seeing it in both of the other matches, I think, so far. So it's interesting to see it banned today in this one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see Singapore specifically banning DT2 though, because they banned DT, I believe, in the past few rounds, and they definitely... The problem with Singapore that we've seen last week, and we're gonna see this week, is that usually the problem is not Blerark, but the problem is the player who joins Blerark, because I've seen Singapore lose picks with Blerark having a full combo with 100. So it really will be up to how comfortable the rest of the team in Singapore is with a pool.
Yeah, for sure. Although currently we do see Hero K playing for Singapore. No Blerark.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, odds there. Just odds for now. What are your impressions for this match? Do you think Brazil is gonna stomp Singapore, or we're gonna have a close match some way?
I think a little bit in between. Brazil are just such a strong team in absolutely every aspect. They will definitely beat Singapore, in my opinion. However, Singapore are not a team to go down without a fight, that's for sure.
Yeah, currently I believe Brazil has a 91% in the pick'ems, which is expected. But we know what happened last week. Like, Singapore coming in as the underdog against Germany, and they won in a tiebreaker. But I think that's a lot more difficult against Brazil, given how good Kiraki, for example, is playing.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe he even tweeted something like that he was playing at his best level ever. So probably Brazil is looking really confident, at least on paper.
Yeah, one of the fan favorites to potentially be getting top 3 this year.
Yeah, what's interesting this year is that every team is beatable apart from Japan. Like, it's not South 3 and 2020 roster that was really strong. Same with Taiwan. So this side of the bracket, specifically the one we are having right now, Brazil, Singapore, Argentina, and Italy, one of them is gonna get the badge, because if you get to finals, you get that third spot guaranteed. I wonder who's it gonna be.
Yeah, it's genuinely really exciting this year. As you say, all the previous years, at least for the past while, have pretty much just been a battle for third, as Japan and Taiwan have always been so dominant. This time, though, it's a bit different, with only Japan really being the full-on dominant team this year, so it leaves a lot of space open for other teams to come in and take a podium spot.
Yeah, quite exciting indeed, and as we see that, we're gonna have Nomad 4, I believe. Already starting. Yeah, this map has a bit of everything. I believe there are even some BPM changes.
Yeah, with this being Singapore's pick, this is a pretty good pick by them, actually. I say that, but Blerark does actually pick up a miss, which is pretty uncharacteristic that we've seen so far with Blerark as a player.
Yeah, even though Sechi's holding up pretty well in a map like this, I mean, especially against Brazil, it's such a consistent team, we see Sechi now missing. And all of the... If this is actually a pick from Singapore, it'll be quite a turn down for them, because Hierarchy double lessing halfway through. Definitely looking more like Brazil's pick so far.
No, it was definitely Singapore's, because if you look on the stream at the top right, it says,
No, yeah, I know it was, but
yeah.
I mean, on with the players now playing. Such an unfortunate pick for Singapore, because starting with a breakpoint against you, already bad situation for them.
Yeah, because normally as well, you want to go out with one of your strongest picks, and to have that immediately taken away from you is really disheartening.
Yeah, that's a bit debatable, because, well, Skull Kid and Sechi missing on that alone. It's true, but still, that's debatable, because not always you go with your strongest pick. You might sometimes choose your strongest pick halfway through the match when you need it the most, but But still, like, it's never good losing your first pick. And look at Heroic. We were talking about this beast. 100. Just 100.
That's easily the best score that we'll see on this map.
Yeah, for sure. Blair was close, but I mean, that miss and those 400s definitely didn't help. And I believe even with the same score as Xerox, they would have lost because Kulka did much better than Sechi. And that's what this match will be all about. Because even if Blair is consistent, they will need Sechi or Odze, who are probably players that will cover most of the second spot in Singapore, unless it's a DT and Prehistoria comes in. So, I don't know. Hard Rock 1 it is.
Alright, Hard Rock 1 has been a very crazy map so far. We've seen in every match so far, picked 3 or 3 times now. And it is 240 BPM and a miss fest everywhere.
But that's definitely an interesting input. 240 BPM, OD 8.4, Hard Rock. Definitely not as long as Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, going for much the shorter side, even on the lower OD as well, with only being OD6. Very much a reading map though. And
I'm not sure if it was the DK pattern, but there's some patterns that are like a bit difficult. So I'm wondering how this players will do, especially Singapore, because usually they now on quarterfinals. I'm not sure if Prehistoria or Techi will be able to step up to this level in Hard Rock, but I'm curious to see that.
I'm fairly confident that Prehistoria is much more focused on being a speed player. So they'll at least be familiar with playing at this sort of level of BPM as well as the scroll speed.
Oh, that for sure, yeah.
So that could help them out a lot. However, will they be able to stand up to a Hurricane Peepas? We don't know.
Yeah, we certainly will have to see Peepas' first map of today. It's Platina by Meme. I'm not sure how. As the client synchronizes, there we go.
Alright, just typical Bancho moments as usual.
Yeah, I was hoping it was an internet connection from someone. There are starting with an early break in now what you want. A map like this already with an actor of both players in Singapore, and now a Prehistoria following him as well. Certainly doesn't look well already for Singapore.
Prehistoria is struggling a lot with the accuracy, dipping down into 95%.
Yeah, Brazil already not even halfway through, and they look so dominant in this map. Like, especially, I mean, Prehistoria is not comfortable at all in terms of accuracy, at least 94%.
I do see a potential miss from Peepas, but that could have also been the quiet.
No, I think it was an actual miss. He dropped a lot of act, but again,
Yeah,
Herox full combo, only full combo in the map. And the Y March and creative ready, it's too big. This will be a 2-0 for Brazil.
Yeah, with only a quarter of this really short map left to go, that double miss from Singapore is pretty much going to confirm this point for Brazil.
And now we'll come back to another pick from Singapore. What do you think they would go for now? Because, I mean, one would expect a hidden, given Singapore's hidden roster, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's honestly a really tough decision in Singapore's shoes here. With Brazil just being so dominant in everything, they've pretty much just got to go for whatever they're really strong at and hope that they just outperform Brazil, I feel. So hidden could be a good opportunity.
I believe as well. I think they have a really good roster. I think Otze can. I mean, he has shown throughout last year how good he is in hidden, and I believe he can do really well. Singapore can take a point at least out of there. But look at Herox and how consistent he is. Even Peepees with 1800s and 1 miss. Really, really good first pick from Brazil. And indeed is a hidden one.
There you are, you predicted correctly.
CK map. Kind of tech hidden? I'm not really sure, but I believe there are some 1/5 as well in this map.
I actually don't remember. I just know that it's slow hidden.
Yeah, well, the song as a whole, it's a bit weird. So a bit weird rhythm song. You could say it's a techie hidden. Just say. Hidden 2, on the other hand, just like builds up on the velocity with the SVs, and it's really easy to choke at the beginning. But this one being the techie and all. Let's see how this goes for Singapore with Otze coming in. Their second top-notch hidden player. Yes, some things get sorted out in the last minute. So I mentioned previously, before you came in here, that Singapore is having already their best run ever, probably.
Yeah, that's correct.
Because even if they made it, like even if they lose here, they will make it to semifinals, which is the first time for them, being eliminated in the round of 16 quarterfinals losers 2 years in a row. And I think before that they were always eliminated in the group stage, so quite the run being for Singapore, like even without having their top roster, because I believe they could have gotten a player or two more. So really good for Singapore.
Yeah, for sure. It's really exciting to see teams that have traditionally not performed too well kind of get a really good burst of new players coming in and all that kind of stuff, and really show what they're capable of.
Yeah, correct. It was a bit sad not to see Element maybe in Singapore this year.
Yeah, I was honestly a little surprised not to see Element come.
Yeah. Especially because he played all the past few years, and this year was like the year with best chances, with Otze coming in all the way from a beginner to top-notch player. But I'm not really sure what happened there. That's why I mentioned Singapore's capability of having even a better roster. In the end, it didn't happen, but still, they gave up quite the fight already. But this match hasn't ended. We'll see what is being sorted out in the meantime. I believe PP is having some internet connection problems.
Yeah, perhaps Singapore could even come back stronger in 2021.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, maybe they'll go for the top 3 spot by then.
And the only problem I see this year, I'm not sure. I think Singapore is not in the equation though. But there are many teams that are like having some really like old players is not the word, but like really lasting players that are playing since like 5 years minimum that are probably going to retirement now. Many like I recall many players said that this will be their last World Cup. Hirak, I believe he said. I'm not really sure who else, but but that's the only problem I see this year. So I'm curious to see how that will affect rosters next year as well.
Yeah, for sure. And looking at the chat, we have Prius already confirming that Element is not playing this year because he broke his arm.
Oh god. What an expecting yourself events. Poor Element. Yeah, we wish the best recovery to Element, of course, as we start this map. Hidden one it is. Skull Kid came in the end for Pipus. Oh, and that's how hard this map is. They went from a double S all the way to a 94 act drop. That's how techy this map is.
Yeah, the reading on this map is really difficult, switching between 1-3, 1-4, and 1-6.
Yeah, the snapping in general just makes it that hard with hidden plaza reading, as you said.
You're okay, also picking up on this.
Yeah, that's the first time. Halfway through. I'd say he's managing to have the full combo though. Pretty close to Skull Kid's best black. But now, as I say that, that's the miss. And Singapore getting further and further from their awaited point. This looks like another breakpoint.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much Singapore can do to get this point. If we see
Not at all.
massive drops coming from Brazil, we could perhaps, but they're just looking way too strong for that to happen.
Yeah, I believe this match, I mean, so far in the 3 picks, we had 2 of them from Singapore, and having 2 breakpoints already, we had a lot of dominance on the side of Brazil. Hirak with only 1 miss, and that's, I believe, his only miss so far in this match. Having 2 full combos and 1 almost full combo. He topped the lobby every single time. Brazil is looking really, really strong, and not a single point has been contested so far.
Yeah, Brazil just really showcasing their strength and how badly they want to try to get this top 3 podium spot.
Oof. Yeah, I go back to what I mentioned earlier. Brazil is definitely on paper looking really motivated this year. Like, I can guarantee that.
And they are going for double time 1.
Grin. Yeah, the OD 9.5, 1 minute and 46 second DT.
Yeah, on this lower side, not your traditional kind of double time as you'd expect. Much more on the technical and accuracy side.
I'm not really sure how hard this is. Like, a bit, it might be a bit harder for KVK, you'd say, because of the amount of 1-6 between streams here and there. I believe.
Although you could argue about the accuracy as well, so...
I'm not really sure of the place. I believe all players here are KDK though.
I think so, yeah. I've not really been calling that out though, just because I'm probably gonna get it wrong.
Yeah, me too. But I hope so. Still, this is potential 4-0 for Brazil if they win their own pick. They picked it, so they have to be strong. Really short map as a whole as well. Here we go. It's DT1 Grin. Second paper, Brazil. Oh, Hiraki already getting such a big break in a map like as short as this, though. Might be enough
Singapore.
of an impact.
Yeah, it's bring Singapore into a nice lead early on. Still very, very close though. All of this 1-6 littered throughout the map.
Yeah, you can trip it at any second. Yeah, there we go. It's just falling to the ground in one of those 1-6 sections. Yeah, there are just a lot of 1-6 in the middle, on the end of some streams, and with Otze dropping another combo now. Dropping like not being the worst hack in lobby. It's not looking like a breakpoint now for Singapore. Even though Blair has the best hack in lobby, probably best score as well.
Yeah. Skull Kid really close to Guard score, and Hero K is really not that far behind.
Yeah, in the end, it came down to Otze not being able to play this. I wasn't expecting Otze maybe to play this though, because having Prehistoria and Sechi, Hiraki struggled a bit in the end, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. The difference is so big.
Yeah, it's just such a difficult map. The accuracy you need in the finger control is pretty crazy.
This time, Skull Kid having the full combo, pretty close to Blark's top score in the lobby. And now this might be potential last pick for Singapore. Let's not forget Brazil only received 1 point in what's been going out of the bracket, you know? So, interesting. They won 6-1 against Malaysia. Currently winning 4-0 against Singapore, although we know how it went. Okay, with Germany versus Singapore. It was 4-0 as well.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, it'd be hilarious to see a comeback here. But really hard against Brazil.
Just means that everyone needs to give their support to Singapore. And there is one way that you can do that, which is purchasing a banner from the Osu store. Could you perhaps tell us a little bit about these banners?
Okay, that's a good one. Can only buy one though.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do have to make a decision for only $2.50 USD to purchase a very nice banner to display on your profile. You can choose from any of the 16 teams that have made it this far in the tournament. And if you choose to buy the banner of the team that ends up winning, you get to keep the banner for a very long time. I believe roughly a year. I think it might be a little
Yeah,
bit,
a year.
something about that. A year.
It's
So,
a spoiler, it's not Japan.
yeah.
I
so
mean, yeah,
you
it's like...
could choose a Japan banner, but you could choose another banner and support one of your other favorite teams that's playing. And all proceeds of the banners go back towards the tournament. So yeah, if you want to help support out the Taiko World Cup and other World Cups, then please consider buying a banner for your profile. And that's the
Our time is over. No Matsu it is. Oh god, this map. We've seen it recently now in the Bruce match. And, well, it's definitely tag map. Being really hard to hack, and I believe this is the one that had the KDK section as well, being really intense in that regard.
I've seen a lot of players so far struggle on this map, and we actually see Hero K being the first to drop the full combo.
Yeah, so far, only Hirok has dropped the combo, but Sechi needs to be consistent. It's all up to Sechi, because like it's 100% down to him.
Yeah, Blurark so far with double S.
Oh god! 1/6! He dropped a lot of hack. Still better than Hirok's, but now with the combo lead on Brazil's side, it's not gonna favor Singapore at all. It will slowly shift to the left.
But another miss from Hero K is going to really help out Singapore.
I mean, this is the KDK section. The doubles. The Infernal doubles. Sechi dropping another time, but look at player dominance. Even Skull Kid dropping. Everyone but Lamomo, but Blurark. Halfway through, and what a dominance from Blurark. 99.77. Skull
Now
Kid.
with this break,
Close to
Singapore
99.
can see that they're in the lead, and that could be piling on the nerves even more.
Oof. Yeah, with that break, for sure. This being a 3-minute map, so almost 1 minute left. As long as Sechi doesn't node lock on an entire 1/6 pattern, it should be good for Singapore.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, after this final break, there isn't anything too
I believe, yeah.
fun.
Yeah, most of the stuff has already gone by, and there isn't much time for Brazil to catch up to Blurark's score. This could be Singapore's first point, but it's really close to tell. A single miss from Singapore could shift everything.
Yeah, this is one point that we do not want to call early.
Correct. Still, almost over. Should be good. Sechi with a miss right in the end, but it's not enough. And it will be first point for Singapore, indeed. No match point, but look at Blurark.
The 6-100s.
I mean, this is the type of map that Singapore is able to win. Like literally, Blurark popping off and no one being able to catch up with him. Somehow Brazil wasn't able to. And that's how it goes. Singapore just taking advantage of their top tier player.
Yes, it's really good seeing this not be a sweep, and you know this could be the start of the Singapore comeback.
For the second time. Because we had a similar situation last week, as I said before. For those of you who didn't watch that match, Germany was winning 4-0, and Singapore right back, and they went to tiebreaker. Bit hard though, but still, hard rock 2 it is for Brazil. Another hard rock pick, but this time it's the really long hard rock.
Yeah, with Brazil winning the previous hard rock, I think they're just gonna go out with this one and hope for the best.
Indeed, although Boxer comes in for the first time. This map, I mean, you could say an hack battle maybe, because of the high OD. OD7, with Harak, I believe that's 9.8.
Yeah, Foxer kind of being I believe, kind of the designated Hard Rock 2 player for Brazil.
Yeah, correct. Oh, I went out for a second. I'm not really sure what to say about this map, apart from the fact that it's like really repetitive in some sections. I mean, as long as it is, like there's some section where it is literally just like mono triples, and that's it. So it might be a bit like straining mentally. But we'll see what happens. Potential match point if Brazil wins. Singapore needs the breakpoint, whatever happens.
An early miss coming in from Zedge is going to give Brazil the lead, but Foxer does match that back. Maintaining the accuracy a little better though.
Yeah, streams getting a lot denser, but Foxer struggled a bit at the beginning, but with Sechi also struggling as well. They are trading back misses back and forth. Oh god, the ag trap though by Sechi. It's way too harsh. 92%. This is a really long map, so it does allow you time to recover, but now with Blair missing, it's really hard to come back.
Looking at Hero K, such a dominant performance compared to everyone else on the board. 99.5% accuracy full combo so far.
No, yeah. I mean, he played everything, and he played everything really good. Maybe he didn't full combo Noma 2 or some other map, but still, he's doing great so far. And with that performance, Brazil is gonna get away with this point. If that lasts till the very end. Yeah, the misses on Singapore's bombing looking worse each time. Sechi needs to hold on at least for like during one quarter. Even more, I would say he would need to full combo and stuff with the map. Because yeah, it's not looking good for Singapore if not.
Yeah, I think for Singapore to hit this point, we really need to see some important drops coming from Hero K. Dropping the combo and accuracy significantly.
Yeah, he drops a couple of hundreds, but definitely not enough because of how big the drop from Sechi was. Like, it was so big that they needed a really big drop. On the other hand, Foxer does drop his combo, but Hirok still full combo. You go with the triple section. Being really repetitive as a whole. Just the same over and over. And then we go with the second. Getting to the last quarter of the map now. But Sechi,
really big no lock.
Oh man, that's the second one this match. And that should call it already. I'm not even waiting for the first miss coming from Hirok. This will be a match point for Brazil.
Pretty much guaranteed at this point. Even a miss from Hero K at this point will not turn the tides over to Singapore, unfortunately.
Yeah, Blair score-wise is pretty close. I mean, 40k away to Hirok, but it's still not enough. Sechi's way behind everyone else. Brazil, 1 point away now from getting the semi-finals of the Osu Taiko World Cup 2021. Not really sure, but will it be the first time semi-finals in the winners bracket for Brazil? Because I know they got to finals like 2 years in a row, I believe, but I'm not really sure if they got to semi-finals ever, like in the winners bracket.
I'm honestly not sure. I know that yeah, because I know last year at this stage they battled against the UK, and the UK did win. That put Brazil down into the losers bracket. And I know for, I think, 2018 and 2019, Brazil knocked out the UK in the losers bracket at this stage. So
yeah,
I
believe
think you'd be correct.
Yeah, I believe this is the first time because, because as you say, like UK just eliminated them 2 years last year, and actually Brazil never got to finals. They got 7th, 8th position, so eliminated in semifinals round 2 every for the past 2 years. Yeah, so this is probably the first time ever. If they win this following point, it will be last potential pick by Singapore. Remember, Brazil will face, if they win, that is, against the winner between the winner of today's Italy versus Argentina. Another, 2 teams being, whoever wins. It's probably the first time in the semifinals in the winners bracket.
Yeah, quite possibly. Certainly for Argentina. Not sure about Italy. How did they do last year again?
Italy, I don't remember.
I believe
I believe they lost in round of 16 last year. Wasn't that the case? That they lost round of 16 against Singapore, I believe, and they went all the way back in the losers bracket. I'm not really sure, but I always remember Lorenda calling that. It's Bluff Flyer, no mod 5. Oh man, if they're maps, I mean I mentioned earlier, the maps that Singapore can win, especially in this stage, are those that Blair can carry all the way. Maybe this is one of those. Depends on how Brazil has prepared.
Yeah, with this gimmick map being considered easier by the players compared to the other rounds that we've seen so far, we still have surprisingly seen only 2 full combos out of 8 players so far. I think this could just be down to, since it is considered easier, the players practicing it less, but nerves could also play a factor in the memorization as well.
Correct.
Yeah, this is the first gimmick map so far in 2021 to feature actual proper memorization. The other ones have featured, bar line reading gimmicks or something like that, but no, this one's just straight on memorization.
Yep. Yeah. This map, the most important thing about this one is, as you said, bar width. You have to memorize, although it's exactly the same as the previous section, and the ninjas probably, the ninja notes. And here you go, match point for Brazil. 1 step away from the semis. Singapore, potential last pick. It's Bluff Flyer by Wolf. And Beepus comes in. Hirok steps away for the first time in the entire match, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
The served rest. I believe Beepus is a bit behind everyone else.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's desynced, yeah. I believe Beepus was having some internet connection, so, problems, so. Might have been because of that.
Just your typical client moment.
Yeah, of course. There we go. Yeah, Blair dropped a lot of back already. Like, not what you want. Especially being in the match plan for Brazil.
Well, Odyssey's still holding pretty strong though.
Yeah, but look at Beepus as well. Oh, there we go. That's the panic.
Yeah, looks like it.
Beepus taking some time to load. And here comes the memorization section. Although we just know how Beep is doing. Oh, there we go. Accuracy wise, I believe Beepus dropped a lot of back. Oh my god, even Blair dropped in the end.
Score is really close. Only a couple 100s in it, really.
It's really up to Otse. 100% down to him being the only big combo. Singapore needs to take this if they want to keep on fighting in this match. Last quarter approaching. I believe that was the only memorization section, so should be over already. Not really sure.
The rest of it's just reading.
Yeah, correct. Otse needs to hold on. It's really 100% down to him. The beginner. Oh god, but he completely no locks, I believe, or that section, entire section, giving it all the way to Brazil. This is over.
Yeah, and each of these little breaks here in those streams, there's actually a repeat of the triple pattern.
Yeah.
Pretty much impossible to read the slider velocity.
Oh my god.
Yeah, looks like he missed out on one of those and passed the lead back over to Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil's scores are really good, though, but Otse did so good. Not sure why his results screen is not showing up, but he did really well. Like, despite that end, it's a GG well played. Really well played by Singapore. They're still not out of the tournament. They will be playing against the winner between Taiwan and Portugal, I believe.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember how the brackets go. I think we may see the brackets pop up on the screen of the stream.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case, though. Brazil will wait for the winner between Italy versus Argentina. I believe this is the last match, like until a long break. Now we're gonna have.
Yeah, we have another match at
19 was it? 19 UTC.
Yeah, 19 UTC.
There we have 19 UTC. Argentina versus Italy. The winner will face Brazil. There we go. That's semi-finals. Congratulations to Brazil for getting a first-time semi-finals. One win, and they'll get to that desired batch. Italy versus Argentina, another really strong matchup. Really interesting in that for that one. On the other side of the bracket, you have you want to call it, but
yeah, the winner of Italy versus Argentina going against Brazil, but the loser already guaranteed to go against China.
Interesting. The other side of the bracket, promising as well, because we have tomorrow, 3 to see tomorrow for some people, today for some others. South Korea versus Canada. What a match! That's such a close match. And then Japan versus USA. Your typical Japan dominance match. You never know though, but I'd say we're gonna go in a break.
Yeah. So thank you very much for joining us, everyone. That has been a very exciting first 3 matches of this stage so far, and yeah, as we've talked about, we're not done yet. We still have another 5 to go this weekend.
Yeah, we'll go in a 4-hour hiatus, and we'll be back for more Osu Taiko World Cup entertainment. Thanks for watching, everyone.
And buy banners.